Okay, so hello everyone. This is part 13 of our playlist React.js. Okay, so in this video, we are going to create a project. What's the project name? Project name is create YouTube card. Okay, so we will create a normal YouTube card. Okay, and we will use event handling on it. Okay, in order to learn event handling in better way, we are using this project. Okay, so before writing the code, let's understand like how this card will exactly look like. So we will create a card, right? For example, here is Bootstrap card. Okay, instead of this, let me take this square. So suppose this is our card, right? And here we will create the card header as well. Okay, so this is what card header. Okay, on card header we will write first. Okay, like I will write here. Font size is very big. Let me decrease the font size. And here basically we will write. Let me take some color like this or this one. Okay, so here we will write like I'm writing my course name, whatever course I'm teaching on YouTube. I'm writing course name full stack Python, right? Dash, and I'm writing my name. Right, so font is a little bit large. Let me decrease the font. Let me keep it here. Let me apply some color. Okay, color is not looking good. In Bootstrap, we will apply the background color, but here I'm not applying any color. Okay, and then we will create few buttons here. Okay, we copy the button. Okay, so this is the second button, and this is another button. And on each button, we will apply event handling. Okay, that's why we are creating this project, right? And and here would be our display screen. Okay, here. This is what our display dot dot. Initially, nothing is there, only dot is there. Okay. So here, what's the name? Here, what's the button name? Here I will write Python, right? And here I will write React.js, and here I will write Django, and here I will write like Bootstrap. Okay. So what I want to do, whenever I click on this button, whenever I'll click on this Python button, so what happen? Instead of this three dots, what should come? What should come actually? Here, if I'm clicking on Python button, so here must be come like it should be come like watch Python. Okay, this should come like watch Python. If I am hitting Python button, then this message should display. When I am hitting this React button, so instead of Python, what should come? React should come. R. Okay. When I'm hitting this, so instead of Python, it should become like watch Django. Okay. Instead of if I'm clicking Bootstrap button, here should become like Bootstrap. Watch Bootstrap. Like this, we are going to create. I'm giving you basic idea only. Okay. So don't be confused about it. So let's create the code. So before creating the codes, let's understand few important points. Okay, important points. Okay, and what are the important points are there? So what we will do, first we create the state, create state. Okay, so what is actually create state is, okay, so note here, note in a function, in a function. Please try to understand this concept so that whenever we write the code, we will not face any difficulty. In a function component, we create a state using the use state. This is what use state is, what hook. So we create, whenever you want to create a state in the component, so we will use this function use state. Okay, this is use state hook, we can say. This is a use state hook. All right. And what is the second point? The second point is initialize the state. Okay, so how we can initialize the state? Okay. Note initialize the state outside the return statement. Okay, so whenever we initialize the state, so we will write the code for initializing the state outside the return keyword. Okay, in the return keyword we will write the card code, but outside the return we will write the like what state code, like how event will work or how the state will update. That all thing we will write. Okay, and the third point is apply on click event on each button, right? And here you have to note, like when you apply on click event, so on click, this is on click regarding JS in like JavaScript, and this on click belongs to React.js, or we can say JSX. Okay. And the fourth important point is create function. So inside the each button we will create function to update the state and assign it to the on click event, right? And here is one note. Okay, so like how set state work. So set state, okay, set state is a function. Please remember this. Set state is a function that takes what? That takes the old state. Okay, whatever initialized state would be, that will take initialized state only, means old state, and replaces it with new state. Okay, so this is the work of set state. This is the work of set state hook. Okay, set state function, we can say, right? Okay, so now we will write the code. So in order to write the code, first we will create this card, then we will create the card header, then card body. After that we will create these buttons. Okay, so let me write the code. Here is our app.js. So in app.js, first we will write the basic code in order to test whether our server is working properly or not. So I will write here const app. Okay, like here I will write return, and inside the return I will write enclosing empty enclosing tag, and here I will give some test message like hello world. Whether it's working or not, I will check something, and then export default. What's the app name? App. Okay. So let me close the server. Let me run the server again. npm start. Make sure when you are starting your server, make sure you are in app folder, in your application folder. You must be inside your application folder. Otherwise, the error will come, right? So it's starting our server, deployment server. Okay. So our server is loading. Okay. So message is coming. Hello words means our server is working perfectly fine. Okay. So let me delete this. Okay. Now I will create the YouTube card component. Okay, where I will create the component folder inside the src. What's the folder name? Components, right? Inside the components folder, I will write here YouTube card.js. Okay, so what is my file name? YouTube card.js. So first I will create the function. Okay, whenever you are creating the first function here in this file, you will write the function name same as the file name, YouTube card. Okay, and you will create arrow function like this, right? Then I will use return, and inside the return I will write simply like this, like empty enclosing tag. Now I will create the card class. Okay. Yeah, I hope it would be visible to you. Okay, so I will create the card class. So I will write here div dot container. Okay. So what I will write, container dot empty 3, margin top is 3. Okay, so I created container. Inside the container I will create row, div row, right? And inside the row I will create column, div column. How many columns? Like div column md 3. Okay, and then inside this I will create card, div dot card, and inside the card I will create card header, div dot card header. Okay, so this is for card header. Let me write some like p dot h1, like header. Let me write here header. Okay. And now I will create the card body, div dot card body. Okay, let me write here display dot display 3. Okay. So like and I'm just writing msg for checking whether it's working or not. Yes. It's not working. Why? Because we created this component. We will export this component in last. So export default, right? And what's the component name? YouTube card. Okay, card card, right? And then once you complete this component by exporting, now you will import this component in app.js. So here basically we will import this component. Import, what's the card name? YouTube. Okay, uh, I will write here y card, y card. Okay, from which folder? Component folder. Inside the component folder, YouTube card.js. Okay, this must be same as a component name, but this you can write whatever you want. Okay, so here I will use this component y card, and I will say this. I'll write this. Okay, so it's coming like this, right? It's coming like this. So we will apply some bootstrap classes over here so that we can control it. Okay, go to it. Okay, so we created this much. Now let me create the button as well. Okay, let me create the button after the message. Okay, so I will write the button code. Okay, so I will write here button dot btn, right? Btn dot btn primary, right? Dot btn sm, and mx margin left and right side would be what to, right? Like this. And here I will write Python, right? So here I will write Python. So this button is coming. Okay. So let me create another button. Okay. Let me create another button, right? So button dot, I will write here btn dot btn. Like here I will write btn success. Okay, I'm using another color. Btn success, then btn small, and mx means left and right side. Margin is 2. Then I will write here. Okay, what's the second button name? React.js. React.js. All right. So let's check whether second button is also created. Okay. Now I will write another button code div dot, sorry, button dot btn dot btn. After this we will write danger, color danger, right? And same btn small mx2, right? And what's the name? What is the name of another one? Is, I think, let me check. Another button name is Django. Django, right? All right. So let's check whether it's coming or not. It's coming perfectly. Now we will create another button dot btn, like warning, using warning button btn small mx right? So this is what bootstrap button. Okay, so bootstrap button is coming also. Okay, so let me fix this. Like it is this card width is really like really big, so we will control it. Let me give a column 5 is here, empty 5. All right, and then I'll give margin top 4, right? Let me give some color to the header. Okay, let me give some background color to the header, card header, PG success. Okay, and text is white. So this color is coming, right? Okay, so initially what we want to display, we want to display dot dot only. I want to display here dot dot. Okay, see it's coming. Okay, dot dot is coming. So when I click on this Python button, here some message will come. Like what message? Watch Python. When I click on React.js, so it should become as React.js. So what I will do, I will use on click. Okay, so before creating on click event, what I will do, I will initialize the state. Okay, so I will initialize the state for whom? For writing here. I will write here initialize state because we will target this state. Okay, means what I'm trying to say, we will target this area by clicking on this button. So we are considering it as a state. So we will create some initial state for here. Okay, so what I will do, I will write here, like let me write here let state comma set state. Okay, then what I will do, use state. Okay, and I will initialize use state. Okay, so I will initialize use state, like I will create the variable state name is like dot dot I'm giving, right? So when I'm using this use state hook, we need to import this hook as well. Okay, so how I will import, I will write simply import first. I will import react comma, then I will import use state from where react only, like this. Okay, so instead of writing this three dot here, we will write here, what we will write, the state dot what's the name of this, display, state dot display. So now we can target this. So now you don't need to change here. Okay, we are targeting this by use state. Okay, for example, if I'm changing here, like if I'm writing something here like this, so this will come. Okay, so what this means, we are handling this state using what, using use state. Okay, use state is a function which takes old state and convert that old state into new state. Okay, so we have this button. On this button we will apply event. Okay, so this one is Python button. Okay, this is the Python button. So how we will apply the event, I will write here on click. Okay, so I will write here on click, right? On click. And what is the function name? Whatever function name you want to give, you can give any name to your function. It's not restricted for you. Okay, so like what is my function name? Python. So after this initialize state, I will create a function. Okay, what is the function name? Python. So const function name is Python. I'll create arrow function. So this is the basic syntax of arrow function. Okay, so here is the function. Okay, so whenever somebody click on this Python button, someone click on this Python button, so this event will call, or we can say this function will call, Python function will call, and the flow will go here. Okay, so what I will do here, I will set the state. Okay, set state. Okay, set state, and here in display, what I will write, I will write here watch Python. Right, I will write this watch Python. Correct. Okay, so as I said, this use state function takes a state. So inside the parenthesis we will give the state. What is our old state? Old state name is state only, right? And then arrow function, right? Here we will, okay, let me write this again because it's being some messy. So basically we will write const python, which is our function name. Okay, we are creating arrow function. Here is the syntax. Now what I will do, I will use what? Set state. Okay, set state function I will use. So it will take a function, okay, and it return what? It return also a function, right? So inside this we will pass old state, which is nothing but state only. Okay, now what I will do, I will change this display value. Okay, I will update this display by writing here display column, and I will write here watch python. Okay, now check whether it's working or not. So let me refresh it. Okay, initially what is our state? Triple dot. Okay, initial state is what? Triple dot. Okay, so when I click on python, so watch python is coming. Okay, watch python is coming perfectly. Okay, let me write header name also properly. What's the header name? I will write here my course name, which is full stack python. Okay, and here I will write my name, right? So this is my YouTube channel, full stack python. Channel name is my name, Mohammed Abid. All right. Okay, so we have created for this button, but there is no event for this button. So we will apply the same event on these buttons as well. So let me give it to the on click. What is this button? This button name is React.js button. So here I will create on click event, on click. Okay, here I will write React. What's the function name? React. Any function name you can give. Okay, so I will write here code for the React function. The same code I will write const React. Okay, just function name is different. Arrow function. Okay, then set state. Okay, and inside the set state you will pass a function, old function, and it will update the function. Okay, so what is the old function? Old state is what? Old state is state, and it will give new state. So I will write here display. Okay, initially display is triple dot, but I will convert this triple dot from like watch React. Instead of triple dot, watch React will come. Okay, so now check whether it's working or not. Okay, watch React and watch Python is working perfectly, right? So we will create this button also. Okay, on click. Okay, this is what Django. So I will write here Django only, right? Go here and create the function. Const, what is the function name? Django arrow function, right? And we will use set state, right? And it will take a function and it will return what? An updated function. So function it will take a state, like old state is state normally, and here I will write display and I will write here Django, watch Django, correct? So now check whether it's working or not. Python, React.js, Django. Okay. Now we will create on click event for Bootstrap. On click, okay. On click, Bootstrap. Okay. Any name you can give. Okay. So here I will write const Bootstrap. Okay, and we are creating arrow function. Set state. Okay, inside the set state we will pass one function, sorry, not function, we will pass old state and it will display us to a new state. What is the old state? Okay, so why we are giving here state? Because we initialize then our old state name as a state, and new state we will change with the help of this. Whatever name we will write here, the same name we will write here. So for better understanding, I'm writing here state only. So I will update the state, watch state. Okay, so watch Python, watch React.js, Django, and Bootstrap. Okay, there must be a stop button also. Like I want again three dots like this. So there must be an stop button. So let me create a stop button as well. So I will not copy any code. I will just create myself. Okay, button btn, like I'm writing here info, which is color name, info, then I will write btn, sm means small, mx, okay, mx means margin left side and right side, which is 2. What's the function name? Stop. Okay, button name is stop. Okay, button name is stop. Button name is stop, right? Now what I will do, I will create the, I will apply event on this, on click event on this button, on click. And what's the function name? Okay, let me write function name is, what should I give? Like, let me write stop only, stop. I think it is already resolved. So let me write stops. Yes, I mean stops. Okay. All right. So I will write here const stops. Okay, equals to, and here I will write set state, and I will write here state, right? And it will return new state. New state I want again the same, like 3 dots only. Okay, right. So let me check. So Python, watch Python, watch React.js, watch Django, watch Bootstrap, stop. Okay, Python and stop, like this. So this card we have created. So what's the basic purpose to understand this? Basically, I want to teach you like how we can apply event handling on the card component, or we can say on React component, how we can apply the event handling. Okay, so I'm just pasting this code in document so that you can practice. Okay, okay, so what's the name? YouTube card, YouTube card.js. Okay, so you can practice this. And then we have another code which is app.js. Let's take app.js code. All right. You want to see the output as well, so you can, I can give you the output. Okay. So let me take a screenshot of it. Okay, create, paste it over here. Okay, so this is the, right. All right. So thank you everyone for giving your valuable time. Okay, you need to practice this code. The more you will practice, the better concept you will understand. Like the better, in better way you can write the React code. Okay, so practice is the only key. Just practice as much as you can do, then it would be really easy for you. All right. So thank you everyone for giving your valuable time.